Hi everyone, I'm Sue and welcome back for another episode of Does This Notion Really Work? And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Hugs and Kisses applique paper and English paper piecing iron-ons. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. You are really helping grow my channel, grow the audience, so that I can continue to do what I love, which is to teach. But if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and that way you don't miss another video by me. Today's going to be a little bit different from our normal Notion review. In fact, we're going to be diving into a whole new world of English paper piecing. I'm going to be talking about a product that helps enhance a technique. I have to warn you though, English paper piecing is very addictive. I'm not a traditional quilter, and I kind of even got hooked. So consider yourself warned. Helen Stubbings of Hugs and Kisses is the inventor of our Notion for the day. She is a pattern designer, an author of several books, a Craftsy instructor, and she even runs her own shop in Australia. Whew! When does this girl have time to sleep? Be sure to check out her website and read the About Us section. That way you can learn more about her. Helen is most definitely passionate about English paper piecing. In 2012 was when she designed the applique paper. Now, while in Norway, Helen was teaching an applique class featuring her applique paper when a student became obsessed with hexes, and she begged Helen, please come up with a solution where I don't have to cut all of these little hexes out over and over and over again. I always say that our customers give us the best ideas, and in 2014, Helen created the English paper piecing iron-on pre-cuts. We're going to take a look at how these work a little bit later, but first, let's talk about the applique paper. The Hugs and Kisses applique paper comes in a package of 20 sheets, and it measures 8.5 by 11. It's semi-water soluble with a light glue coating on one side. It kind of reminds me of a medium fusible weight interfacing. You can kind of see the shine of the glue on the back side. What's really cool is that when you remove even 50% of the applique paper, the stiff part dissolves, and it leaves just a really lovely soft fiber once it's all done and left inside your project. I mean, look at the flexibility here. It's just lovely. And that paper can go through any inkjet printer. So really, your imagination is the only thing standing in your way. One of the benefits of Helen's paper is it's not so stiff that it's going to crack or poke you. In fact, if you don't wash it, over time it will naturally soften. So for example, if you have a project that's not washable, it's actually okay. Now, one thing that I personally thought was really cool was that since you don't have to actually remove the paper from behind your applique pieces, you can literally just create your whole project, stack all the pieces right on top of each other with the glue, get it all ready, and then you can take the whole project with you on the go. And think about it, because you don't need the cutting mat or even those little acrylic templates, this is basically a portable hobby or obsession or addiction. I don't know, I'll let you decide. Okay, are you ready to give it a try? Let's do it! So you can print directly onto the paper using an inkjet printer. Just remember to print on the non-shiny side, and don't forget to print in reverse. And for all of you artistic folks out there, I thought it would be kind of neat to remind you or point out that you can actually hand draw right onto the material. Again, just remember that you want to work on the non-shiny side and to do it on reverse. And for you lucky folks who have one of those cutting machines like a Scan and Cut or a Silhouette or a Sizzix, this paper works fantastic with it, so give it a try. Okay, so I have printed these hearts onto the non-shiny side, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut them around. And honestly, this is kind of a thick, fat line that I found, so you could just cut on the inside of the line. All right, looks good, and cut as many as you would like. Boom, let's go ahead and have all 4 ready to go. Pre-spray your material with Best Press, and fuse the shiny side to the wrong side of the fabric.
And now it's time to cut around your applique pieces about 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. And to be honest, Helen told me that you don't have to be exactly accurate, just do the very best that you can. And then the next thing you're going to do is run a small line of glue along the edge of the paper. Now mine kind of got into the seam allowance. It seemed to work fine, but then you're going to just fold that seam allowance into the paper, and this will create a nice smooth edge along the edge of your applique. And then you're just going to use glue on the wrong side of the applique and place it on top of the position where you want it to be on your project. And then once you find it, just kind of push it down and it'll stay in place. And finally, you're going to go ahead and applique this on. You can either use a hand stitch or you can use your machine. I used an open toe foot with a blanket stitch, and I was really happy with the results.
Wow, that is pretty cool applique paper. Now that we've taken a look at that, how about we jump right into the English paper piece iron-ons.
Just check out all the different shapes that Helen has created for these English paper piecing iron-ons. It is just amazing. And if your imagination is like mine, it's going crazy right now. Now these work the exact same way as the applique paper. In fact, English paper piecing shapes are die cut from the applique paper. And now there's no need to have to print or cut, and that's the boring part of it. It's all done for you. And these come in packs of 50 to 100, and guess what? The hexes can be purchased in bulks in packs of 1,000. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to press the shiny side of the English paper piecing shapes to the wrong side of your fabric. Now what's really cool is they're sort of see-through a little bit, which means that you can pretty much fussy cut where you're going to place them. Next up, you're going to just simply cut 1/4 of an inch around the outside of the English paper piecing shape, and do that with all of your shapes and make sure that you're real happy with the way they look. And then next up is the same as before. You're going to put a little bit of that glue around all of the sides along the edge of the paper, and then just simply fold the fabric, the seam allowance, into the paper. And I kind of came up with my own little process here of doing like every other one. I would absolutely encourage you to go watch Helen's videos to see exactly the proper way, but this was my little way of figuring it out, and I really liked it. I was happy with the way that it all came out. They're so pretty. And of course you can machine sew these, but I found that hand stitching the little English paper piecing shapes was a little easier for myself, and maybe it's because I'm still new. But just thread your needle and place them right sides together and choose the edge that you're going to whip stitch along. And you know, not bad for my first try. I was very pleased with my results, and I know that I will get better. And I'm starting to, you know, watch more of her, Helen's videos, and I'm really getting into it. So I encourage you guys to do the same thing. It's definitely a fun therapeutic hobby. And I can see myself doing more and more of this. It's very relaxing.
So who can use these products? Honestly, it's for everybody who wants to do paper piecing or hand applique or machine applique. I mean, Helen literally said it's for kids to grannies. So it's across the board, everyone can use it. And you can use it for more than just applique. I mean, it could be used for the foundation paper for paper piecing and maybe even embroidery stabilizer. I can't wait to see what you do with yours. So if English paper piecing is a passion of yours, or you can see that it can become a passion, you should absolutely check out Helen's YouTube channel, and you should definitely sign up for her Craftsy class. I've got the links below in the description, and I've even got a coupon code for you so that you can save a little bit of money on Helen's Craftsy class. So where can you buy Helen's Hugs and Kisses products? Well, you can go to her website, hugsandkisses.net. You can buy it from your local quilt shop all over the world, or I've got a few places here online, and the links are in the description. And how much does it cost? Well, the applique paper is $21.95, and the English paper piecing iron-ons range anywhere between $5.50 and $11. Just depends on the size, the quantity, but go and check all the varieties out. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. That way you don't miss the next video that I post. If you like behind the scenes kind of stuff and having conversations with the designer, Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. I post daily, sometimes hourly, and I love to get comments and have a great interaction with my fans. If you've got suggestions for other notions or quilting or craft or sewing items that you would like to see if they work or how they work, leave those in the description and I'll take a look at them. And until the next time, I hope you have a creative day. Bye-bye!
If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe below. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. Have a creative day. Bye-bye.